Cool. So, people, in this last session for today, we'll be focusing on objection management. It will be, and there is like set 1 hour for it, but I guess it will be shorter. But I think it's good to not sit like all day in the like in front of the computer, so it's good. So objections management, yeah. Hello again. Um, So objection management. I will just object. If there's someone who don't know what is objections, maybe okay. So in terms of I when you were in roadshow or you were either it was if you were on a consultancy or GX or doing roadshow or class or whatever, what was the most overcome those objections? And I was just going to check it. I'm not sure if new members were doing already some promotion, but at least if there are some XPs or VPs, what was the most common objections that you heard? Yeah, while doing offline promotion. So we have not enough money, scared, parents will not agree, scared of foreign people, and other plans, no time. Wow, scared of foreign people, really? It's not for me, no specific reason, no time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably the most common will be no time for sure and no money. Yeah, for sure. Cool, awesome. Yeah, I think these are the ones that even me when I was VP marketing, I also heard that a lot. No time or no money or I have another plans and so on. So these are like the most common objections, common one. Maybe is there someone like who want to share like how you overcome those objections? You can just like say it, or if you want to type it in the chat, it's also option. But if you were like writing these ones, how if you were and how you overcome it. Dave, how did you overcome not enough money? Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like for sure. Thank you, Misha. For sure. In every objections, there is somehow how you can overcome it. Like, and for sure, there is already some like in I like now we have right how to say it. Every objections we already overcome like in ISEC, well, some VP or some member for sure these objections were already there and we already have the things how we can overcome it. So it's just about like finding these things. So this is the objections management or the objections handling, how you should handle it. So this is somehow the flow, how to handle the objections. And it's basically going from up to down, and it's, let's say, kind of like the flow of it. And so first, there is that you need to really practice active listening. So the first part is active listening, then repeat what you heard, then validate the concern. So you should focus on the concern, like to validate it with the person, then also ask follow-up questions, leverage social proof, and the last thing is set follow-up. And we will go one by one to for you to understand it more. So the first thing, active listening. This is something that as ISECers we really need to have it, because we are working. Our customers are people, and who are like the people who want to give, or who will be giving like 6 months of their life to our hands, and go for exchange. That's why we need to be like really good in active listening, because in the roadshow or in the class, let's say in the roadshow is like the most crucial activity. So there the active listening of you needs to be like really good, because you really need to understand the person, and you really need to understand their needs, and you really need to understand like what the person wants and what are his objections, or like what are his how to say, like what he's what yeah what are his doubts. So first, listen to understand, not to respond. So for sure, this is something, this skill will be for you good, even like in the not just in ISEC, but also this is a really good soft skill. And if you will really learn how to listen, how to have active listening, not like listen to understand, not just to respond, it will really help you in every conversation, and to improve like every relation, even with your no, girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, family, whatever, like with everyone, this will really help you. So you need to really try to like still to improve, listen to understand, not to respond. So we really need to understand the person, try to listen very carefully what he's saying. The first, like not first, but the really important thing is like avoid interruptions. If the person is speaking, try to like really understand him, listen to him, and not interrupt him during the conversation. Um, and then yeah, space to voice concerns. So like in this there is like space, so you can really hear in the voice, and you can, based on what he's saying, you can really hear the objections, and you can really hear what are his doubts. Then the next part is repeat what you hear. So this is something like, this is also good in the everyday conversations, let's say. um if you will be repeating what you hear, like if the person will tell you some objections and you will repeat it, just ensure that you heard correctly. They will really get the feeling that you are really listening to them, that you are not trying to respond right away, but you are really listening to them, and you are really caring about them. This is also something that, there is even one trick. If there are people who are like not good in remembering name, there is also a good tip that if you hear some name and you want to remember it, you can just like repeat the name. So if you are in the conversation and the person will tell you the name, you will just repeat, oh, so you are, I don't know, oh, so you are Honza. So you will repeat the name, and you will like remember it more. So this is also good in everyday conversation. Just repeat what you heard, and and you did it correctly. Then you clarify the points. So you really need to understand the objections. You really need to understand the doubts. And then, as I was saying, make prospect or make the customer feel heard and valued. So with this, if you will really repeat what you heard, you will really try to clarify the points, and so the person will see that you are like really listening to him, and they will feel heard and valued. And the most important thing, what we need to have as ISECers, or what we need to have as a brand ISEC, we need to build trust. And with, to be honest, with these everyday conversations, we are really building the trust with the people, because if um if you will not, if you will be just like listening, and they will tell you like their life story, and you will just right away try to like give them like some project or something else, and you will not even like answer their question and so on, like you are not you are not building trust. And this is something that then the people will not be trusting in the company, like in the brand, not just in your city, but overall, as overall they will not trust overall ISEC. So this is something that every one of us, we need to really focus on building trust with the people in everyday conversations. So this part is about repeat what you hear, uh, and this is the second part. Then we are going to validate the concept. So in this part, you are trying to understand the problem further. You are trying to ask more. You are really trying. If also in this part, you can really, maybe you will also find out, or the person will find out, that the objection is really like stupid and it's something small that is not even that big. So this part is really like validate the concern or the doubt. If it's really something that needs to be taken forward, or is it something that can be solved like really quickly, or if just the person didn't have that much knowledge about the doubt or something else. So this part is about understand the problem further, ask more, and then also offer the solution to help the fears. Follow-up questions. In this part, avoid yes or no questions. This part should be mainly to follow up on the concern. So if you see that the concern or the doubt is really like something that the person is really concerned about, then you really need to try to understand it more, and to have some follow questions. But even like not just in objections management, but even in the usual sales conversation with the person, try to avoid questions where the person can answer yes or no, because then you cannot develop the conversation more. So really avoid these type of questions. And then also you need to like you need to also express that you are caring about the person, and you really want to help him to overcome the objections. It's not because you want him to sign up, but it's mainly you want him to have the experience, and you want him to help him. So you want to help him, so you need to also like express this type of let's say, he needs to have the feeling from you like this. And yeah, then the more information the better. So as I was saying, if you have more information about the objections or about the concern, it's really better, because then you can really follow up on it really in a better way. Leverage social proof. This is something that it can help you a lot. As I was saying, that there were already a lot of objections, and we probably, all of us, we answered a lot of objections of the people. So this is the point where you should share the story when someone overcome the objections. So for example, as Misha was saying about the not enough money, so then you can connect with that. You can share the story of another exchange part, like on another intern or another person who went on exchange. You can be just like, yeah, like for sure, like you don't have that much money to go, I don't know, to Brazil, but for example, we have also exchanges here. There were like a lot of people. For example, I don't know, Petr was there, and he also didn't have that much money, and he went there. It was like really cheap for him, so you can also go there. So if you will share the uh, another story, if you will share a really like real story that someone overcome this, and someone has had the same problem, or same concern, and how to overcome it, they will be like more open, and they will see that their doubt is not that hard as they thought. And yeah, in this part also past success stories. I was saying, you can share how other people overcome these objections, or how they manage to break these objections as well. And then the last point is time for follow up. So time for follow up is about follow like the main thing in this part is not leaving the conversation open, because yes, you can overcome the objections, but in the end, if the person will not sign up, or if you will have not any contact information with on him for any contact information, like his contact information, then it's like really for nothing. You just, because then he will not probably get back to you. So it's really important that you will not you will not let the conversation open, and you will set some like next steps, either like to sign up or either set the consultancy meeting with him or whatever. But it's really important to set when you will reach back out to people, and hold the conversation, like about leaving it open. uh, the thing is that keep track of the objections you receive the most. Once you know most common objections, you can prepare better. So this is something that it's a lot of companies are really like trying to work with this. Even like in HubSpot, you can find there a lot of resources for objections or for marketing overall. And so this is something that we really need to be on track with the objections, because for sure, like the best way, if you will hear some objections on the or class chat or whatever, you can just write it down, and you can on links, and you can like review every objections. And then if you will have like a lot of objections for them, and then when you will hear them during roadshow or some talk with the EP, answer it like. So it's really important that you will keep track of the objections, and then you can answer it in a better way to the people. And it was a very quick session. It was just mainly to understand the objections. I will just show you once more this timeline. So as I was saying, first you really need to practice the. I would say that the practice, the active listening is really crucial for every part of this objections handling. Um, because you need to be like really active listener in every part, and even in usual sales conversation. So first you will listen to the person objections, then you will repeat what you hear, you will clarify all the points, you will ask more, then validate the concern. So you will really try to understand the concern like more in a better way. And then you will find out if it's like really something huge, or it's something that you can like overcome really like easily. Then you will ask the follow-up questions. So you will try to go deeper in the objection. Then you will put there, when you will understand the objections, then you can leverage social proof. So you can put some social proof on it. You can share success stories, or you can share someone else who will overcome the objection, the same objection. And then the last thing is that follow-up. The follow-up is the most important one. It's also, I would say, all the follow-ups, like you saw it also sells in the Isaac way of selling. There was also like the call to action or some follow-up. It's a really important part, because if you miss this, you did everything before like for nothing. So this follow-up is really important there. And just make sure that you will set some next step with the person, or he will sign up, or you will get contact information.